What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of GoldView. I'm your co-host, Eric.
I'm your dog, Aaron, man. What's going on, Mitchell?
Man, I'm good, man. It's Saturday, bro. We looking good, feeling good, man. We here, dog. We here. And we got something special to talk about. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, I'm just chilling, having a good time. Been watching football all day, man.
Yes, sir.
Just been chilling, dog.
Travis Hunter, something special, dog.
Been balling.
Something special, man. But this is a different episode, man. Something we ain't never done before. We ain't never just dedicated a whole episode to music. And that's what we're gonna do today, bro. We got something to break down. We gotta goddamn go through it, peel the layers back, and have a good understanding about how we feel about these three guys and where we want them to go and how we rank their top three albums. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's talking about the big three, or what used to be the big three, and Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake. They still the big three. You know, they don't really like to consider that no more. But they still the top three dogs in the game, man. But we had something go on earlier this year. You know, we had to break it down before the year was done, man. And they done put out some music ever since then and made some announcements. And we're gonna break down their music and what we expect from them going forward, man. So we'll do the honors, man. How should we start to kick this episode off, bro?
Man, let's just go ahead and kick this off and rank their past albums, and then let's flow into
of all time, like all their albums. We're gonna rank them.
Well, then we're gonna give y'all our top three albums, and then from each artist, and then we just gonna go from there.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Where should we start with this list? This is a very interesting list, man.
We just might as well just go down the list, man. We start with J. Cole albums, man. Like, how you feel about your J. Cole best three albums, man? I see you got Forest Hill Drive up there, Born Sinner, and then you got the Off Season / For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, man. So and it was a bit of a toss-up between the Off Season and For Your Eyes Only. That one I kind of go back and forth because I like the development of the lyricism of J. Cole when he dropped the Off Season, and how he was really tapping into his pen with tracks like Punching the Clock, The Climb Back, and stuff like that. He was able to just, really flex his lyricism, man. So but I also understand the storytelling and the art of For Your Eyes Only, man. So, but those were landed at 3 for me. But if I had to choose between those two, I would probably go
All Season.
This one's a bit tough because my favorite song by him is For Your Eyes Only, and it's on that album, and it's just it's so well written, man. And but as an album as a whole, I might have to go to the Off Season. And For Your Eyes Only is it's right there. It's right there, man. But second, we got a sophomore album with Born Sinner, bro. Dropped 2013, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and 2013, man. And we get the vulnerability of him. We get, another tap into his past. He developed with every album, and this is after his album of The Sideline Story, his first album. So we got really good tracks like the actual song Born Sinner, and we got tracks like Letting Eyes Down. How he felt about that whole situation, and of how him chasing singles, really, kind of how he felt like he let an idol down and whatnot. And I like the choir. I like the choirs, the gospel samples on this album as well. But his best album, I think we know, is 2014 Forest Hill Drive, bro. That is his best album, bro. I think we both can agree on that. It's just from front to back, bro. It's just a very complete album. Another great song on there for me, Love Yours. And then he also got tracks on there with Tales of a Two City, GOMD, 03 Adolescence. He just got so many, and he got the hits on there, man. Wet Dreams and No Role Model. So he just hit it all on that album. It was just a very complete album.
I agree with you, man. Completely. And man, my thing is between Born Sinner and the Off Season. The reason why I put Off Season up there because it's just like it's a lot of motivation. Like from track 1 to I think it's 9 tracks on there.
Yeah.
So man, it's just like a complete record, just straight up motivation, bro. And like for me, and then the lyrics, the lyrics on there that he just spit with the pen work, like you mentioned.
Yep.
And honestly, man, that's why I put Mike Delete Later on there because of the
I
pen
was
work
gonna ask you about that because you put a newbie up there. You put a newbie up there, man. Like that's bold. That's bold, bro.
Man, like the pen work is that
Amazing.
is crazy on there, bro. And I'm just like
Might
listening
be
to
some of
that.
his best. Some of his best out of his whole. It's not the
Yeah.
best sounding album, but it has
Some of
lyricism.
them,
I think it
yeah.
might be the best bar
And
for bar album he done made.
honestly, bro, that's why I put it up there because it just straight bars, like from Crocodile Tears to 3001 to Sticks and Stones.
Yeah.
What's the other one? It's like I think it's
Dude, how
or
he went on
Pie, and
Oh my,
then
him, Absol, and Daylight on Pie. Oh my goodness, that might be, and then Pie, that might be verse of the year, dude. Like
and then yeah, then what's the other one? Hunter. Nah, damn. Hold on, let me look at it real quick.
Hunting Rabbits.
Hunt Rabbits, yeah,
Yep.
bro. Went dumb on that.
Yep.
But it's just like the pen work on Mike Delete later, man. For me, is crazy, man. Like,
Question: do you think these are throwaways? Because we know he's been teasing the fall off, and I know we're gonna get into that a little later. But do you think these are throwaways? Because it had a theme. It had a nice flow of it. I won't say a theme, but it had a nice flow to it. Do you think they were? Like, how do you feel about that?
Do you think so? So basically, you asked me, do you think are these songs that could have been on the off season?
Yeah. Do you think that's what these kind of were?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
But he felt like these shits were probably way too hard to not
be heard. Yeah, not be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, I like just from the pen work and the bars, I had to put Might Delete Later off there. And then for this Might Delete Later, for him to come off the off season with the pen work off that, it was just like,
right,
bro.
And
It was just,
and that was what, that was a 3-year time frame because he dropped the off season in 2021. So to see that he kept progressing, man. That's been the narrative over all his albums. But
yeah, and it's just, well, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I was just saying, man. With that being said, do you think because they throwaways, but he still flexed his lyrical ability. Usually we see with throwaways, they kind of like good sounding tracks that could have fit, but maybe it was too much.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if they were throwaways, but it could have been.
Could have been.
But at the same time, it's just like the shits was just too hard.
Yeah, I felt like we would. I felt like the fall off would have been a follow up to this if the beef never happened. It just kind of felt like this was kind of going to be like a build up to it.
Yeah,
I feel like he let kind of things cool down, but but like to get back on track, man. That's tough list right there. You got two albums from the 2020s on this list, man. You spoke so highly of Born Center too.
Bro, Born Center is one of my favorite albums out there, but it's just like the off season. Like I get like he has songs that like hits off Born Center.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but it's just like the pen work between like the bars that he has on the off season and Might Delete Later are just crazy, man. And that's just goes in between like him on his feature run. And he like how he go hard, how he's been going hard in each and every single one of his features.
Yep.
Man, it just like he just continued to build off that shit, man. Man, I'm excited for the fall off. Like,
yeah, me the same, bro.
Like, see what kind of bars he gonna have on there, because I feel like these are just building us up.
He's like practicing, like he's just putting in the work. Like, okay, let me just see where I can go with the pen. Let me see where I can go with the pen. And he's getting better with his schemes, with his in versus schemes, like how he's able to set bars up and able to have to let it all lead to a whole total metaphor. Man, it's dope, man, to see how he's gotten better and better with time.
Yeah, man.
I got a question I was gonna ask for each one, man. What do you think J. Cole's strength and his weakness is? We're talking about albums when it comes to albums.
Lately, his weaknesses, I mean, aside from Forest Hill Drive and Born Center, and maybe KOD. Well, aside from his first three albums, well, really just making hits. I mean, he don't have that many. I mean, he has hits, but
Right.
he don't really make that many hits like that.
Right.
Like radio hits. Even though they are played on the radio, they just not always played
Right.
on the radio. But
Right.
his
It's not
business,
a lot of mega commercial stream type of music, and that kind of leads to him being overlooked at times.
Yeah, snub from the Grammys over and over again.
Right. Granted, we know he says he doesn't care, but recognition goes a long way as well. So you think that's probably his weakness as far as like that being able to make hits on his album?
Yeah, I feel like he could. Like he definitely
most
could.
Definitely.
But he just like he more worried about the bars.
The bars, yeah.
Yeah, that's his biggest strength right there, man. Yeah. You know, 2014, Forest Hill Drive. I agree with everything that you said. Oh, that was his best album.
That is a complete album, man. That is a complete album. Do you think he could ever top? Do you think the follow-up could possibly top it?
If he come out with, I don't know. But
you said it's a build-up, because you got me thinking now, like it's been a build-up, and you got Might Delete It later on there, and you got the all season on there. So bro, it's a build-up.
It's a build-up. It's a build-up, but it's like when you think about it, all three of these artists been in the game for so long, right? I mean, they kind of just like LeBron James and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Right. They got two completely different careers in one career.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm like, J. Cole is just in a whole nother part of his career, focusing on bars instead of the hits.
Right. And I think, and I think a part of the reason why 2014 Forest Hill Drive is up there for me personally is the time and when it came out.
Yeah, bro.
It's gonna be hard to really top that. Like, I guess once we get down the line, once he drops the fall off and we get down the line and look back at it, reflect. But looking back at it, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, really just getting out there on my own and having this album kind of be right there when that happened. Man, like, dude, this is time to be alive right here. Man.
Yeah, man.
At the end of 2014, what was it? December? It was December of 2014.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? He dropped For Your Eyes Only and Born Center in December. Who knows if he's gonna drop the fall off.
I hope so. I would like that to be the case. I love when either of these guys can drop some albums or something like that. But let's go ahead and get to the next artist, man. Possibly the biggest artist, the goddamn bully out of all of them, Mr. K. Dot, Mr. Kung Fu Kenny, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. What you talk about yours first?
I mean, both of us got the same.
Yeah, we got.
Bro, it to be honest with you, it was a toss up between Good Kid and Mad City, between first and second for me. But I feel like Good Kid, Mad City as a story, that's just a whole story, bro, from top to bottom. Like it is more so like a movie. And just get back on J. Cole. I do agree with him. I mean, I agree with you where his storytelling is fucking crazy.
It is.
Right.
And I wish his albums could be a little bit more concept based at times, like tell a story throughout the whole album. He has done it, but
I mean, it's just like
you see a little more with Kendrick though.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar got a story on every single one of his albums. I mean, J. Cole does it well, but Kendrick Lamar's storytelling is just like crazy, man.
Did you see
what?
Oh, my bad. I was just gonna say, did you see about how they was talking about Kendrick Lamar's album and how each of his albums represent a different format of media? And I was like, wow, like how the font and the format of the listing of the playlist is like a magazine, like Time magazine, and then you got what's his latest one? Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper is like a screen, like a stage play, and then like you just said with Good Kid, Mad City is the movie. And then To Pimp a Butterfly is a poem. I think he was addressing Tupac in some ways. So, bro, creative as hell, bro. Like
he is creative, man. And man, to be honest with you, like I almost put Mr. Morale and Big Steppers up here. It was just like, it's like to be like it's different.
I couldn't have, bro. I couldn't have. It is
it was just different. But like you said, like 2014, Forest Hill Drive, you was at a different point in life, right? Like
Yeah.
it just came out at that right specific time. Like
Good
that,
Good Kid, Mad City was one hell of an introduction to a
yeah,
career,
it
bro.
was.
I
Yeah,
know
it
we got the Section
was.
80 before,
But
but
Section 8, man, Section 8, that
really
shit.
good.
Yeah. That was
Really
one of
good.
my favorite
But Good
albums.
Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, man. And what To Pimp a Butterfly did to the country, like what he did with that album, man, to talk about like everything that was going on in the country uh, after all these cops just
Yep.
killing young black men just back all over the place, man, just over and over again, just a never ending cycle. And for
Yep.
him to come out with that album, man, it's just like, yeah, all right, y'all, like come together and get over this shit. But
And take such a bold political stance. Talk about politics, talk about activism, talk about the things that everyday people are going through, and talk about, racism as well, and just touch on it all and be so creative with doing it, man. And the sound was just so pure, so clean and
yeah,
different as well. Like it was, man, he hit that album. That album had to grow on me because the time when it dropped, I was wilding. I was wilding. So it didn't resonate with it like how it should. But that album, that is a hell of an album. One of the best rap albums of all time. Me and you were even
yeah,
talking about how we were surprised that it didn't get on Apple's top 100 list, but I don't think they would have tried to put two of his albums on there.
yeah, man,
Yeah. But it was that album is just so good, man. So good. And speaking of
yeah.
throwaways, he's another guy that did it with To Pimp a Butterfly with Untitled Unmastered.
Untitled Master. Yeah, that shit was crazy. When you dropped
Yep.
that shit was crazy. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, some of these songs should be on that album, nigga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
What's your favorite song off? We're gonna start from the bottom. What's your favorite song off To Pimp a Butterfly?
oh man, I could go with These Walls Could Talk. You Ain't Gotta Lie.
You only get one now. You only get one now.
Oh,
That's my name three.
you got Keith Kuta. It's institutionalized. Bro, man, I don't know, man.
Bro, name one. Give me one. Give me one, bro. You gotta give me one. You can
The
pick
first
one.
The first one that I really like enjoyed when I first listened to it, I'm gonna go with These Walls.
These Walls.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with Is it? Damn, Institutionalized is so good, but I'm gonna go with The Black of the Berry.
Black and Berry, okay.
Black of the Berry. That's
a good one.
That album is really good. Like listening to it, man. I've studied. I've done homework to that music. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of productive stuff to this album. This is a really good album.
And for me, like I ain't gonna lie, I feel I did a lot of productive stuff with Section 80. Like,
For real?
bro, like I was doing homework, all kinds of shit, just listening to Section 80 over and over again. But yeah, man, To Pimp a Butterfly is definitely like that. What's your favorite song off of Good Kid, Mad City? I know you already know it, but
you know it.
Yeah.
it almost Sing About Me, I'm Down to Thirst almost took it over. But I'm gonna have to go Money Trees. I gotta go Money Trees. That song is just stuck with me. It got the most replay value on that album to me. The whole album, don't get it twisted. This whole album is great, but man, like Money Trees, I could never get enough of that song, bro. Like I love that song. And J-Rock verse is just crazy.
Yeah, man. Like for me, it's in Money Trees or Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, man.
Okay. Yeah. with the whole verse.
Yeah, I mean either one, the original one or that one.
Yeah. He had a lot of smooth songs on it, even though they ain't click. But Poetic Justice, that song is just it's dope, man. That album is really good for a debut album. Like we know Section 80 came out the year prior, but a lot of those classified as his mixtape. But Good Kid, Mad City is a hell of an album. We see why it landed. What did it land, number 7?
Yeah.
Was it 7 on the Apple's top 100 list? So
I believe so.
Much respect to that album for real. But going on to album I just recently listened to. Damn, how do you feel about that album? What's your favorite track off that album?
Bro, damn.
And why was it the best word?
Bro, I'm gonna start with why was it his best work? It was just like for me, when it came out 2017, but it was just fire, bro. Like from the start of it, like kind of just building up to it. He did with the gunshot, and then for him to go right into DNA, like that shit was like to me that shit was fire. Then like bro to
He went DNA. Then was Blood next?
no Blood was first, and then DNA.
Blood, then DNA. Yeah,
Yeah,
the setup of just that album, man. That album was great, man.
And for him to really just have 2 features on there, and him just ripping that shit, like basically pulling something out of J. Cole's bag. Cause you know J. Cole really did have features.
And that's something else we forgot to mention of why that's his best album. Like that was it was his best album, and then he did it on his own, man. Like
and Kendrick Lamar pretty much kind of did that. I mean, he only had 2 features on there, so he just ripped his whole album.
Right, and it's not like those features carried the album or anything like that. The U2 feature, it was cool. And Rihanna feature, we know when they get together that they can make some really great work because she's a phenomenal artist, her damn self.
Yeah, but, man. And
favorite song. What we looking at?
I'm looking at the track list now, man. That's why I keep looking down.
It's tough. It is tough, bro. Because you got Feel is so relatable, bro. So relatable.
Like, it did the way, like, if you listen to it, you can hear his voice go up and down throughout that song. But then, you got DNA, Element,
Fear.
Humble, Fear, Lust, Love, XXX. Bro, those first 2 verses in XXX were crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Oh.
If you had to choose one, who you going home?
I had to choose one, bro.
Which one you take it to the bank?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with. Damn, Element my shit too, but I'm gonna go with Duckworth for this one. I'm gonna go with Duckworth, man. XXX.
How you gonna say 2?
Because I gave you 2. I gave you 2. That's why.
This man can't choose, man. He can't choose. Man,
yeah, you go ahead and choose one.
Like you said, man, it's definitely tough. To me, it's between Duckworth and Fear. But I'm gonna go Duckworth, bro. I love the storytelling. How he explains kind of his origin, how everything comes together. Yeah. And in a sense, like you said, to start this joint from the back in a way. And it's just dope, bro.
Yeah,
and it is so dope. But I'm gonna go with Duckworth. And then put it at the end and explain it all.
It did another thing with this album, bro. You can listen to it in reverse as well, and it'd be just as good, bro. I don't know if you ever did that before.
No, I haven't done that.
Right, listen to this shit in reverse, bro. Like start off with Duckworth, it did go up to Blood, bro. That shit is fire.
That's dope, man. That's dope, and he's so creative. I wouldn't put it past it. I definitely try that out, man. I definitely wouldn't put it past because he's probably the better album maker out of all of these 3 guys. I think that is his biggest strength. I think that's why for me, and I feel like it'll grow on me as well because it definitely have some bangers on Mr. Riley and the Big Steppers, but I expected it just to come a little harder. But I respect the approach and understand the approach. I really do.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like there's songs on there where I'll be like, I was like, all right, you could definitely lift this one off and put a harder song on there.
Most definitely.
But that's one thing. Like he goes hard, like with the bars and stuff, but it's just
he's not afraid to experiment.
No,
he's not, and that's good about him because it leads to the success of his creativity, bro. Like he's so creative, man, so creative.
And it's like one thing. It's like all 3 of them, like all 3 of these rappers. Not every album is sounding the exact same.
No.
Yeah.
So none of these albums sound the same, and that is why they have stood the test of time. They came in the game around the same time, 2010, 2011, and they all are still here. And if they drop an album right now, people are all still ready for it to drop, looking for it and checking for it, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Man, you want to go ahead and slide into Drake, man?
Let's go ahead and get into Drake, man. I would be doing all right, man. We
Yeah, he doing all right, man. He out there rocking, man.
Yeah, that
He out there
gambling
rocking.
rocket, he rolling, man.
Man, he rolling, man. Don't worry about Drake. He good.
But
Man,
let's
I
go ahead and
see.
get into it. Yeah, what was you about to say? Let's get into his top 3 albums, man.
Yeah, I was like, I see we got the same ones. We got the same albums,
In different
but
orders.
just in different orders.
Different orders. You put Views over Take Care. Talk to me about that.
Did I? I did.
Yeah,
Sure did.
yeah. You put Views over Take Care and talk to me about that.
I think I meant to put, because down there I put Take Care over Views.
Right.
Damn, I meant to put Take Care over Views. Take Care is supposed to be second.
Okay.
In my opinion.
So you think Take Care is his second best album, but Nothing Was the Same was his best album.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about that. Why do you think Nothing Was the Same was his best album?
Man, because listening to Nothing But the Same from through and through, I just enjoyed it a little bit more than Take Care.
It's a smooth listen too. It's such a smooth listen.
Bro, you can put it on, like for me, bro, you can put it on Nothing Was the Same on the highway and then just listen to that whole thing.
Yep. And Drake has a lot of his albums are like that. Just great highway music to where you can just ride and vibe out to it, man.
Yeah. And like for me, like I know Take Care, well, that was that one that really just blew up.
That was the one, bro.
Yeah, and bro, I gotta get that on vinyl. But it was like it just, that album Take Care with fire, but for me, Nothing Was the Same. It's my favorite Drake album from top to bottom. And just like from Furthest Thing to The Language was my favorite one, and then Too Much, and then All Me with 2 Chainz and Big Sean, bro. They ripped that shit. Man. So it's just like going through.
Ripped it. He got a lot of music that just was in that time of our life because he puts out so much, and his music is usually quality. So man, we got times at every point in his career that we can think about at a time in our life. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, and of course with it being Drake, of course he has the most hits. How everybody shit.
Oh yeah,
he's second behind. He about to pass Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's what he strives for, man. And he does it well, man. Like they all have something they strive for. With J. Cole, it's lyricism, it's the pen. Kendrick Lamar, it's the creativity. How creative can he get? And Drake, it's the hit. You know, how much numbers can I push?
Yeah, man. So that's why I got Nothing Was the Same as number one. Why you got Take Care number one, man?
Because like we just said, man, it was his coming out album. It was the album came out in 2011. The features on it, some of the verses he had on it, the song "The Ride," the song with him and Andre 3000, man. He just has so many bangers on this album, and the sound of it with Marvin's Room. It was an introduction to what was to come with Drake sonically, like what we could expect from him, and like what's the base, what's the foundation of him? Because we seen With the Best I Ever Had and all that stuff like that. But then you get this album. And this album, if I'm not mistaken, had where is it at? It's in my head right there. Like I said, The Ride, they got the motto. Then you got Marvin's Room. That was like I said, that was like one of the best sounding albums on that. I mean, best sounding songs on there. Make Me Proud with him and Nicki.
Yeah, Marvin Room was crazy. Listen, that
what?
That Crew Love.
Yep. Oh man, that was the introduction with The Weeknd right there.
Yeah.
Headlines.
Headline that Hell Yeah, Fuck It Right.
Yep.
What's the other one there? What was the one with Rihanna? Take Care.
Take Care, yeah. And he's probably the best at understanding what the people want when they want it.
Yeah.
He's the best at that. Like understand, okay, this is the sound that the people want right now. This is what's jumping. And I know when I need to hit on those sounds, man. And he does it well. He does it really well. So he knows how to stay relevant. Through popularity and through playing with different sounds and different cultures and stuff like that. Speaking of playing with different cultures, he did that with Views, with the whole with the reggae sound, how he took it with that. That was a really great sounding album too. And at that time, bro, I mean, talk about living. You were talking about
that was 2016, bro.
2016
probably had to be one of the best years of music, bro. I feel like everybody dropped something in 2016.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro. That shit was
Everybody.
crazy.
And
But
I don't think all of them dropped, one of their strongest albums in 2016. Besides J. Cole. It was kind of up for debate. It had
yeah.
to For Your Eyes Only. It can't hang with if we're talking about views and damn, it ain't gonna hang right there. But 2016, bro. Views, the sound that had with One Dance, the Views itself, You With Me Hype, 9. Man, he had some songs on that thing, dog, for real, man. Like
He did.
Album consistency, he's really good at that, man. Nothing was the same.
For me, my favorite song off of Views are probably Western Road Flows.
Western Road, yeah, just flowing on it. That's my favorite song off that album as well. Just flowing on it. Flowing on it, bro.
Just going dumb.
And he has a song like that on every album. I love that he does that. Like he's not afraid. Like he may be singing, he may be harmonizing or whatever you may call it, but he knows that he needs to get back to that pen somewhere, somehow in that album. He knows he has to tap back in with the pen, and it's so slick. He has such a slick and smooth pen. It's dope, man. It's really dope.
But when he get to flowing, bro, it's just like, bro, he really just flows on that record.
Yes, sir.
Especially
the AM and PM series. Oh man.
Yeah, bro. I fuck with those series, bro.
The like, timestamp joints.
Yeah, man. I think which one was 7 AM in Charlotte? You remember what album
that was on For All the Dogs.
Okay. Yeah, that shit was pretty smooth too.
That shit was pretty smooth. That was dope. Scorpion, did you think Scorpion almost made it for me, man? Scorpion almost made it for me.
I fuck with that first half of Scorpion like hard.
Yeah.
Like that first half of Scorpion. I mean, the second half of Scorpion is fire too, but that first half where he like just rapping, and then he was coming off. Well, wasn't he coming off that beef with Pusha T around that time? Yeah, bro. He was just flowing that shit. Like some of them, I think he said some of those songs he didn't have on there until after the beef or something like that. He just rolled it and he just put it. Yeah. So that I fuck with that first part. He's like that first half of Scorpion is one of my favorite shits by Drake, but it's just like he just going dumb, just rapping.
Most definitely. And he's good at coming back from beefs, like dropping a really great album after a beef. We got Views after the Meek Mill beef. We got Scorpion after the Pusha T beef. What can we get? We're going to get into that, but I wonder what can we get after this Kendrick Lamar beef? Can he, because he's a good follow-up artist. He's a good follow-up artist when he understands he's in some controversy.
Man.
His problem, where the problem lies is where he gets complacent and he starts, he put throwaways on the album. Though that's my problem with Drake. Some of these tracks that shouldn't make it, some of these play tracks, like personally, I don't like Hotline Bling. A lot of people gonna give me flack by that, but I don't like the song Hotline Bling or Certified Lover Boy, Way Too Sexy. That song, it was the hit off the album, but it was just annoying as hell. Or then For All the Dogs, what's the song with
Bro, I remember this one motherfucker came rolled up to work playing Way Too Sexy. I was like, bro, you gonna turn that shit off, bro. We at work. I was like, bro, we at work, bro.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, and he has songs like that on the album, like just like with Rich Baby Daddy with him and Sexy Red on For All the Dogs. He has songs on there that I'm like, man, like I don't really care for it, but I understand it caters to a certain artist. Then, like I just said, he understands the assignment when he needs to do that. So, he definitely he'll do that, man. But now that we talked about all these guys' album, let's go down to the total ranking of these albums and why we got them the way we got them, bro. You can go ahead and put yours up on the platter first, man. All right.
And the reason why I got these ranked like this to have Damn, Good Kid, Mad City, 2014, Forest Hill Drive, the off season, To Pimp a Butterfly, Nothing Was the Same, Might Delete Later, Take Care of Views. I mean, bro, it's like, to be honest with you, it's like what I listen to the most. How all these albums, like what I listen to the most. Like I feel like I listened to the all season a little bit more than I did to Pimp a Butterfly. Now, the Pimp a Butterfly did have more of an impact, but like that 45-minute, I think it's 45-minute album. from start to finish is just straight motivation. I mean, like for me, damn, bro, I just listened to Damn so many times, like from the moment it came out. I mean,
so many times.
Like till now, bro. I got good Kid, Mad City up there. Man, it's just nothing but the same. Might delete later, bro. I still listen to that shit. I know a lot of people might not have listened to it. Like after when J. Cole tapped
that's
out.
what kind of messed it up, man. Like, because like I don't agree with the apology either. I understands everybody's frustration with it. But it was on brand with who he is as a person. Like, seeing that who he is, it makes sense. Like, he doesn't come off as a guy that would entertain a beef or entertain a beef with a friend. I put it like that.
Yeah.
And I think he really seen, maybe he got a little back end information about where it could go, about where they were thinking about taking it. And he was like, nah, I'm cool with that, because we seen Schoolboy Q and Absol say, if I'm not mistaken, say it was a conversation that definitely happened. So between J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. So I don't know. I mean, but the album did get overshadowed because he apologized. And I understand it, bro. I definitely understand it. But it was some great work on that album, like you said, bro.
It was, man. And like, I listened to that shit not a lot over this past year, but I listened to it enough to be like, bro, this is one of my favorite albums. Like, especially just going from bar to bar on that particular album, man, with Mike Lee later. And yeah, man, that's really what the reason why I have it ranked that way is because what I listened to the most.
Yeah.
Over basically 11 years. 12 years, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and I agree with you, bro. And looking at this list, man, so you don't think it's nothing that Drake has dropped that's better than anything that Kendrick has dropped ever?
Nah, not my opinion.
Damn. Not even a song.
Well, no. I'm not going like, I thought you were talking about albums.
No,
like,
I am talking. I'm fucking with you. We talk about albums.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course he dropped a few songs that I like better than Kendrick, but
his top three is not comparable. Yeah. Well, it's comparable, but it's not, none of his better than his top three. I can feel you on that. Because Kendrick's top three is really strong. All of their top three is strong. I think who has the weakest top three, he's my favorite, but that's J. Cole. I think he has out of when we talking about albums, like I feel like I said, his pen is amazing. His flow, cadence, that's his strength. Like, he's amazing. But these guys really go that extra mile when they make albums.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we gonna get with the fall off. Like another complete body of work, like 2014 Forest Hill drops. But yeah, man, man, you got a good list right there. The way you rank them things, man. You got the offseason over to Pimp a Butterfly. But you got Damn and Good Kid, Mad City as the best two out of the bunch. And I respect it, bro. I honestly respect that. I got 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
You got that over there.
I got it, man. When I mean slightly, bro. And they damn near the same. Because like I said, I just listened to that last night again. Really great album, bro. But Good Kid, Mad City. And I know it's weird because it's not my best from him. I think Damn is. It's weird, but I think Good Kid, like we said, the cinematic standpoint, like the album as a whole, how it just flowed, bro. And it was early on to see like how developed he was coming out the gate, bro. It was just man, bro. Like Good Kid, Mad City is like one of the best hip hop albums, like of all time, bro. Like, that's a really good ass album, man. I love that album. But we both got views at the bottom of the list. Speak on that.
I mean, compared to the other ones, I mean, it's dope, but it's just like compared to these albums that's above it,
right?
It's just not. It's a dope album. I don't want to say
it's a really great album. It didn't have enough rapping, and I can be a victim of wanting that too much, the bars and all that. Because I really love the bars, bro. I love when they just come with the bars and the rapping. I just flow on tracks. And it didn't have a lot of that on there. So that's why it probably is the last on the list for this one.
I mean, how did you get yours in this ranking? Like what motivated you to rank yours in the way that you did?
So Born Center is in the middle of the pack, and To Pimp a Butterfly is in the middle of the pack. Those are two really good sophomore albums.
Yeah.
And I feel like they both did some experimenting with it. We got the jazz hip hop fusion
with To Pimp
a Butterfly. We also got the gospel fusion with the more harmonic sounds on Born Center. But I also got to take care slightly above both of those if we want to put all three of those when talking about sound. I got those above both of them. But I think Damn was when Kendrick Lamar was in his absolute apex prime. Like,
yeah,
that was dude.
He was going dumb, like talking shit.
And now look at this list. I almost may have put it one. Like, bro, that album is, bro, he went off on that album.
Off, bro. Like
he went slap off, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Born Center, there's a song on there that might not everybody know about. I think it might be on the deluxe version. But Miss America is one of my favorite songs by J. Cole.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really give that song credit, but Miss America to me is one of my favorite songs by J. Cole.
And one of his greatest strengths, bro, that why he's my favorite out of the three is because of relatability. He always seemed to be able to relate to the common person. And Kendrick does that as well. He's a little bit more creative with it, but just how simple is J. Cole, and just he can just sound like he's just having a conversation with one of the homies in some of his songs, man.
Yeah, so, man. And like for me, like with Kendrick, like Kendrick put out songs that both like I put to me is Kendrick, Cole, and then Drake. But like the one thing that Cole and Kendrick does both well, like they put songs out. When they release their music, for some reason, one of those songs is just something that somebody's going through, or something that you could be potentially talking about, or like aligned with it. And it's just like, damn, like that goes with this. Like I'm thinking about that, or I'm going through this.
Yeah,
and that song is just aligned with what you're going through.
Yeah,
and it's kind of crazy because you be like, damn, I'm not even talking to these motherfuckers, like you say, like relatability.
Yeah,
like
relatability is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
even with Drake, like he knows how to relate through love lives and emotions and vulnerability. Yeah. Like he can relate from that standpoint. And he be like, bro, I done been through that though from a different perspective or a different situation. And you just, bro. Man, it's just so dope to hear, man, from these artists, man, the relatability. But nonetheless, man, they all got some great albums. But let's go ahead and get into what we expect from these guys coming up here in this next quarter or this next chapter of their career. Starting off with the number one, who went on ahead and certified himself as the best out of the career, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. What do you expect from him coming up next, bro?
Man, I don't know what kind of album we're gonna get next. I mean, it could be the first album away from TDE.
Yeah.
Don't know where it's gonna come. Don't know what it's gonna sound like. Don't know if he gonna continue this trend of just going as hard as he did.
Yeah.
Like during the beef.
Yeah.
Like he gonna continue to push the pen, like keep talking shit like he was.
I hope so. If he
to be honest with you, I hope so too.
I think he will, bro.
Because I really hope so, because it's just like if J. Cole doing it, right? Like with the bars and shit, all right, Kendrick, let's get into these bars as well.
Yep.
Like let's continue the flow. Like from you coming off this beat, and then you coming off and Not Like Us, and then what the other song that he dropped?
Let the Party Die.
Yeah.
Like, watch the Party Die. Yeah, Watch the Party Die. If he can, man, like with the bars, man, and even with the snippet he gave us at the beginning of the Not Like Us video, if we get a sound like that,
bro. Yeah, man. Like that. I'm just continue coming off the beat. Just continue rapping like you rapping right now.
Yeah.
Like just keep going with that. Like make a full album. I want him to make a full album like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But like it's not gonna be like that because it seemed like over the beef, like we Watch the Party Die, then like 616 LA.
Yeah.
He kind of grabbing onto like these slower beats and just ripping them. Like he going with the old school beats. I mean,
With the
he did it with
old samples, yeah.
yeah, cause he did it with Mr. Morale with the Heart Part 5.
Yeah.
You got that old Marvin Gaye beat, and
Dang,
he just
that was a hard track too, bro.
yeah, he just ripping like it just seemed like that's the way that he's gonna go. But at the same time,
he
I
coming
feel
from a
like
whole different angle, bro.
yeah, like I want you to get back on one of those DJ Mustard beats, or get Ali to start mixing up some sound wave to come up with some type of beat.
Yeah,
And then just rip that shit
have
like you
fun
always
with it,
have.
man.
Yeah, bro, just let loose, man.
Let loose,
That's what
have
I'm.
fun with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting from Kendrick, man. What about you?
I kind of expect the same thing, bro. I hope. Well, I expect him to drop an album within the next 6 months. I really do. I really feel it. I was saying by the end of the year we still could, because he do have a Super Bowl performance coming up in February, and maybe he has some new music to perform by then. Not saying he needs new music, because he can go off with anything off his catalog. We just name it and be perfectly fine. But I would like to think he have something, even if it's one track, something.
I think this is just a prediction. I think he's gonna perform a new song that we ain't never heard of at the Super Bowl.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do. And because he's a great performer. I really do. And so I expect the album, a really great sound. I expect, in my eyes, I think he's gonna come out with an album that can challenge Damn and Good Kid, Mad City. I think he is. I feel like he is. Watch.
He could. I hope so.
But the next one, man. Let's go ahead and get into J. Cole, man. What do you think? What do you expect from J. Cole next? What do you think? Where does he go? We know he's been teasing the fall off. He's been working on it for years. What do you think is gonna happen?
I hope he don't retire after the fall off.
Don't say that. I hope not. He's been saying that too.
I hope that's one thing that I hope he don't do. I just heard Denzel Washington might retire, but then he also said there might have to be movies that interest him to get onto it. I hope that J. Cole don't retire after the fall off.
I hope not, bro.
I hope he don't go do the 3000 thing, only hop on beats or songs that interest him.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just looking for them bars, bro.
I'm excited. I hope he at least get on his Jay-Z thing. That's what I hope with all of them. If they don't continue at this pace of making this much music, can they all, still make music and still be seen and heard? Yeah. Even though we ain't got an album from Jay-Z since 444. Not to get off too sucks, man. But I hope we can still, hear from him.
Yeah, man. I think he really critiquing his bars over and over again before he released this album. And bro, he building he kind of promoting it, just building a lot of anticipation. I'm just ready for this album, man.
Yeah, and I think
I'm just ready to hear the bars. Yeah.
And he lets you know he hears the chatter that the other two arguably make better albums than him. And I think that's why he's been safeguarding this album and working on it, because he's been working on it before he released the off season. We heard about this album.
Yeah.
So he's been, like you said, just working and critiquing it, because I think this is going to be his one. I think he wants something to rival 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I think he can beat that or top that.
I think he could too. With the bars that he been dropping though over his future run, and then ever since the off season and what he been doing till now, bro, I think he can, man. Just simply, his song, he not gonna have hits like he does on 2014 Forest Hill Drive or Born Center, but the bars just gonna rival that shit, bro.
The bars are gonna rival it, man, and I think that's gonna happen, bro. But getting to Drake, this is the most interesting one, bro. Where do you think he goes? Yeah. Because we know he lost the beef, but we know he like we say, he can come back from beefs really strong, but he came back from those beefs as wins. Not the Pusha T one, but he came back with Scorpion. So can he come back with another? I know we're gonna get another album from him. I know he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. He ain't going nowhere, bro.
Nah. And that's good. I think he just has a strong chin, man.
Yeah, man.
He has a strong chin, bro.
Didn't they just announce that him and Ty Dolla $ign is making a combined album?
No, him and Party Next Door.
Party Next Door. Damn, my bad. Yeah, man. It probably gonna be a lot of probably gonna be a lot of singing.
R&B
shit like
sound. So
that.
some nice
Yeah,
smooth, nice something you could throw on, man. Nice something
yeah,
smooth, real nice, slick. Maybe you can
yeah.
ride to or something, man. Because they
Some
always good when they hook up as well. Some nice collabs.
yeah, it might be something that you can probably like step to,
Yeah,
dance to and whatnot. I mean, it might be a pretty smooth like summer jam or something like that next year. I
yeah.
mean,
For
if
real.
it
You know,
comes out, if it come out next year or something like that.
I think it'll come out next year. Me personally, I think if I had to guess, I think he'll do it after the Super Bowl performance.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
bro.
he'll
Yeah,
do it like in the spring or something like that.
yeah, probably like April,
Yeah,
uh, June, like going into the summer, something like that.
yeah, most
Yeah, man.
definitely. But
Yeah, man.
I expect a really good album from him, though. I expect a really good album from all three of
Yeah.
these guys. It's a reason why they've been able to stick around for so long, and why
Hmm.
they're this generation's, well, our generation's
Yeah.
top three guys, and why they were considered the big three, no matter if they want to be a part of it or not. But how
Yeah.
they've been the big three in the face of hip hop for our generation, bro.
Yeah, since we were kids, man. They been in this game for what, 10 years, and then they into the
15 years.
15. Oh shit. So yeah, they into the second half of the decade.
Yeah,
So the second decade, man. So in the midway point of it.
yeah.
So it's
Can
just
this
like, yeah,
second decade be stronger than the 2010s?
possibly,
It could
bro.
it could be.
Could
We see
be. Could be.
some guys' lyrics and stuff ages like wine. So we'll see if that happens with them, bro.
Yeah, man. Most definitely. Most definitely. So hey man, that's all I got, man. What about you? You got anything else?
Nah, man, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, please like, comment, subscribe to GoldView. This episode, we talk about the Stay Big Three: J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake. Hey, hope to see y'all next week, man. Holla at us.
Peace.